So tomorrow's quiz, remember, is the first grade of the last marking period. So tomorrow will not be part of this third marking period, but it'll be your first grade of the fourth marking period. And hopefully we can start off with a good grade for that fourth marking period. Any assignments that you're missing from chapter 5, they are due on Fridays so that we can get them graded, scored, entered into Power School, so that our grades then are complete for the third marking period. So anything you're missing from chapter 5, make sure you look at Power School. That's pretty much up to date. That's the place to look. Or if it says missing in Google Classroom. And there is, like, you can definitely, there's a place where you can go that pulls up your missing assignments. So try and look at that. So what we're going to do is we're going to go through a couple of questions from the 5.3 worksheet. I think Mr. King's going to be kind enough to work through some problems with you.
Only if you send over a Shamrock Shake.
Oh, Shamrock Shake. That's right. I haven't had a Shamrock Shake.
Yeah.
All right. So we're going to look at yesterday's worksheet and just kind of either send me through the chat, can we go over this question? Or just shout it out. Hey, I want to see number 32, or it doesn't go up to 32. I want to see 14. I want to see 20. Maybe those last two problems, they were pretty tricky.
How about I'll just start on those while you guys think of what else you can look at. So what you want to do is you want to get these, when you're solving, you want to get the quadratic equation equal to 0. So we're going to bring this 7x over to the other side. The way you do that is by subtracting that 7x to not only this side, but also this side. So these 7x's will cross out. You'd be left with x squared minus that 7x that you brought over, minus 18. 7x minus 7x gives you 0. From here, you want to do your AC method. Bill, what's your AC in this case?
Try to get it to equal 7x.
Okay, so what's your AC? A times C would give you what number?
18.
Yeah, negative 18. Factors of 18 are 1, 18, 2, 9, 3, 6. So we have our fact. Did I miss one? Nope. Okay. So now you want to find out which of these factors have a difference because it's negative. See how that's negative 18 there? So that means that when we factor these out, one's going to be positive, one's going to be negative because it's a difference. And we want it to be a difference of negative 7. Well, 2 and 9 are 7 apart. If you want it to be negative, 2 minus 9 would give you that negative 7. So you get x plus 2, x minus 7. Now you use the zero product property. And you set each of these equal to 0. Subtract 2 in the first one, add 7 in the second one. And then you get your answers. X equals negative 2 and x equals 7. Questions on that one? We'll look at 28 as well. Does anybody need a second to copy that down? Okay, if we look at 28, oh, go ahead.
Wouldn't that negative 7 be a negative 9?
Yeah, 100%. Good catch. This is a 9 here. So these all should be 9s, which will give you a positive 9 for your answer. Really, really good catch.
You said 9. You just wrote 7. I don't I don't know, your brain was thinking they had to add to be -7, maybe.
My brain was thinking about the Shamrock Shakes. And 7's a lucky number. And I want to be lucky and find a pot of gold today. So good call. 28. We want to get this negative x squared. We want to get this over to this side. So the opposite of subtracting an x squared would be adding an x squared. If we do it to this side, we also have to do it to this side. So that leaves us with x squared plus 4x minus 32, and that equals 0. Our AC in this case is going to be 1 times negative 32. So we get negative 32. You guys have been doing a great job of finding the factors, which is 132, 216, 3 and nothing, 4 and 8, I think that's it. So again, we see it's a negative here. Negative means difference. When you do a difference, one of your factors is going to be positive and the other is going to be negative. So we want to find a difference. And again, we're going to go to our b value of 4x, of 4. So out of these, the ones that have a difference of 4 is going to be 4 and 8. To get a positive 4, you would do a positive 8 minus 4. And then you just set them equal and solve. Okay, so now look through the rest of the problems and let us know if you have any additional questions, especially on the GCF method. I mean, we just did 2 of the factoring, AC method. So maybe looking up at the GCF method if you just want to make sure one of yours is right.
Yeah, and feel free to shout one out, or if you'd rather just send it to me in the chat, you can do that. Just put a number in there.
Anybody? Let's look at 13.
Yeah, I know there's one on the quiz very similar to that one.
Peyton, is there a GCF of 5, 3, and 4?
What number is this?
Sorry, 13. In the
No, there isn't.
No. So now we're just looking at our variables. If we look at our A's, we notice that that third term, it doesn't go ABC, it goes BCA. But that really doesn't make a difference. If we look at our A's, Peyton, what's our GCF for A's?
1.
A to what power? Yeah. A to the first or just A? Peyton, what's the GCF for the B?
1.
Good. And then what's the GCF for the C?
1.
Yeah. So ABC is going to be our GCF. So we're going to rewrite that And then we're going to go through each term. We notice the A's cross out, the B's cross out. If we go to the second terms, the A's cross out and the C's cross out. And then the third term, the B's would cross out and the C's would cross out. So this one's a little goofy because it doesn't go in order. So what's left over in the first term is a 5, and then you have a C squared over C, which we know gives us C. And then you're left with a 3, and then you have a B squared over B, which just leaves us with 1B. And then you have a -4, and then you have A squared over A, which just leaves us with A to the first. So this one was a little trickier than a lot of the other ones. But there is one like this similar on the test. So start it. Make sure you know how to do this. Ms. Kane, any others you could think of?
I don't think so.
Okay.
All right, so again, this homework is due tomorrow. If you already have it done, submit it now. Or finish it up right now and then submit this assignment. But this is the last homework of this marking period. Also, use the next 20 minutes. I think that's about how much time we have left in class. Might be 25 minutes.
Yeah.
Use this time to get any other work done that you are missing. So this is your time to work on the review worksheet, to prepare for tomorrow's quiz, and to get any assignments done. Does anybody have questions? All right, so please, please, please work on this homework. Bill and Anya, if the two of you could stick around for a minute or two. And everybody else is welcome to leave Zoom, but again, please